What is up, YouTube? Moto Meat here, sharing something that I learned with putting a tube in a motorcycle tire. So this is my first time, and I watched a YouTube video. I did only watch one, so I'll tell you all about it. That's how I learned I needed these, which these are great. Tire spoons. They're 12-inch long model, so they're not, I guess they're probably only for motorcycles. You don't have the torque for a car. They work great though, honestly. And the way I look at it is, you gotta have these, okay, because the tires are pretty stiff. So order yourself a set of those first. Like I said, 10 or so bucks on eBay or something like that. 12-inch model. I recommend getting the handles. They worked really well. Kind of soft here, little ribbing. You're gonna need 3 because when you put one in one side and one in the other, then they kind of lock into place when you fold them forward. You grab the edge, you fold them forward. You grab this edge, fold it forward, and they lock into place. And then you use the other one to walk. You walk like that. And then you walk like this, and you just keep walking your way, whatever way around it. But you want to start. Oh man, that's heavy. So let me set this down. You want to start at the valve, though. You don't want to end up at the valve. So usually, what I did is I got my knees on it, and it's full of air right now. Thank the Lord. That's why I'm making this video, so you guys don't got to rent it. But you'll get about this much in with your knees. Hold it down. Start walking it out, and you'll walk it each way, and then you'll get to a point at the end where it's real tight, and that'll be tough, but you'll get it in there. So the trick I learned though. I ruined 2 tubes before I got this sucker to hold air, and boy, I'm happy. I don't like wasting money. I hate failing, but it was a process I had to learn. All right, so I popped 2 tubes, and when I pulled out the tubes, I realized that I was pinching through both sides of the tubes. So the tubes come flat. They're just like a flat thing. Obviously, I don't mean not just full of air. And pardon my voice, I got the snarky voice because I got a little cold. Went to the city, came back with a cold. Terrible air out there, folks, terrible air. But, so they come flat. They're like wider than a normal tube and flat because, you know, a tube, once you blow it up, is a circle. And then it's a flat when it shows up. I'll show you. Let me get the bag. All my YZ parts here. Ooh, yeah. So they show up like this. See? So they're flat. So what I realized is that this was pinching it. It was just grabbing both sides and puncturing through both sides of the tube. So what I learned from trying to patch the tube, I tried patching it, and what happened was, oh, Porky. She just loves coming in. She loves being a porker. That's a good girl right there. She's loyal, baby. So what I learned from trying to patch it is I was trying to pump it up to get air in it to see if there was leaks, and it just kept leaking. There was more and more holes. So I gave up on the patch, but I realized that it turned it into a circle. And I said, you know, a circle is a heart. Like, picture this is the tube, this circle, and this is the pry bar. It's a whole lot harder, you see, to grab the whole tube than it would be to grab a flat inflated tube. So what I did is I got the tube inside of here. You start by getting the tube. You start with the tube here. You get the valve in the right spot. So I started like this. Here, let me hold on. I'm going to set this down for a second. You guys know that I'm always prepared for my videos, right? Not. So let me set this down first. So I started like this. First off, you know, you got to take off the you got to take off this and all that. And there's some parts to install onto the tube first. These guys come with it. I'm not sure if I did it right, but I put this part inside so it wouldn't around this, and then I put a bolt or a nut around it. And then I want to zoom in because it's an epic phone. So I put this little washer thing on the inside and then a nut. But you start it by pushing the tube into the tire here, okay? Like I said, this stem won't be on, or the cap won't be on. You push it in, get it in about that far, and then you could get the valve stem through and then bolt it on there. Don't go super tight yet, because you're just trying to hold it in place as you pull the tube. Then you get the tube all the way around like this, and you push it all up into the tire. Now you see what I'm talking about now, where if this was in the tire there, this could just pinch through both sides like that. So that's what was happening to me, is I was just doing that. So what I did is I got it in there, I tightened the nut down a little bit, I got the tube all the way in around it, and then I inflated it up a little bit, which made it a circle instead of a flat action. That made it to where when I used these tire spoons, it would just push the tire out of the way. And then I could go like that without grabbing the tire flap. So needless to say, guys, all you have to do is pump up the tire a little bit. I used just a bike. Actually, I pumped up the whole tire with just a bike pump. I got 30 pounds of pressure in there with just a bike pump. But I didn't put 30 pounds of pressure in there first. I just pumped it up enough to where it would hold a circle, okay? Now, I'm super happy about this because I could put the bike back together, and this is my first successful tube installation. But boy, it's got air in there. It's harder than a rock. And no, I'm not going to balance it. Looks like it's pretty good, but I could probably take some pressure out, maybe hit it with a hammer on the lugs a little bit, where I could see there's like a line, and if it's not showing the same, it's probably too far in. But I'm not worried about that because I got it holding air now. But so basically, pump up your tube just a little bit, maybe get 5 pounds of pressure once, because what's going to happen is you're going to have this bead off and the other bead's going to be on. So you reach your hand up in there and just feel how much, if it's a circle yet, and feel it's got to have a little bit of resistance. I also used a spray bottle with a little bit of Windex and a little bit of soap. And that way it dries up. It's not just water in there that'll rust. This stuff has a little alcohol in it, and then the soap allows it to slip to get it on there well. So I'm very happy. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Now I'm not wasting any more money, and I bet I'll never pop a tube again. I'm not kidding. It's that good of a fix. So cool. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out to where you don't pop your own tube or have to take it into the shop, because once I did this, it was easy. All right, guys. Thanks for chewing the fat on this issue. Moto Meat out.